Another plane just crashed in Toronto, leaving from Minneapolis upside down. It flipped upside down as it landed. Mind you, Donnie Boy has ordered the firing of more FAA personnel, the people who control the air traffic, making sure planes land safely. Yeah, so makes sense, doesn't it? But there's so many people that refuse to put those two pieces together. Anyways, I don't want y'all to be afraid to fly, because I'm definitely not about to be afraid to fly, mainly because you're not about to trap me up in this country. If I need to leave, I'm getting out.
If you don't want us to fly, just say that, because y'all not going to keep crashing planes.
A Delta plane crashing and flipping upside down at the airport in Toronto. Reuters reporting that it was a flight from Minneapolis and that all passengers and crew are accounted for. The scene says that 8 people are injured. Look at this plane. It is literally upside down.
First of all, thank God everybody's alive. Now, according to Fox News, it says that the Peel Regional Police say that they're investigating the number of potential injuries, which is unknown as of now, but paramedics told reporters that there were about 8 people injured so far. Now, they stated that one person was critical and the others are mild to moderate, according to Reuters. So we don't know if that was the potential passengers, the stewardesses, or the pilots. And since we're still talking about what takes place in the sky, about 3 hours ago, NBC had reported that Donald Trump had fired roughly around 300 federal aviation administrators, those who work in the skies, just weeks after that collision that occurred in DC with those helicopters. Now, the union that represents the FAA stated to NBC that they thought this was a hastily made decision, and that because of those firings, it was going to increase the workload of the workforce already stretched thin. Now, the article goes on to say that the union representative said, this is not the time to be cutting personnel in their agency. And what's interesting about those firings at the FAA is that it's the same agency that had leveraged penalties against Elon Musk's SpaceX after they stated that it had violated safety violations as well as licensing violations. They didn't do it because they don't like Elon Musk. It's because a SpaceX rocket exploded, which affected dozens of flights, prompting detours and sending debris into the Caribbean. And while we on the mismanagement of resources, bring Delta to the front too. Because as a Delta Gold member, you got us out here looking down bad.
There was just another plane crash in Georgia. Another plane crash. I lost count at this point. About 30 minutes outside of Atlanta. I live in Atlanta, yo. This is too close. It's hitting too close to home now. Like, something's not adding up. Like, something is not making fucking sense here. Monday, there was a plane crash in Arizona. And y'all wanna know the crazy? My girl wanted to go to, her birthday's on Friday, and she wanted to go to Arizona, and just for the best financial decision, we decided to just celebrate here back in Atlanta. And I hate to say this, but I am so glad that we're not getting on the plane. Like, I didn't say that to her face, but like, it was almost like a relief. Like, oh my God, we don't have to go on the plane, because how tragic would it be your birthday be the same as your death date? Like, that's not gonna work around here, partner.
Do not get on an aircraft. Do not. Unless you absolutely got to. And it's just you trying to get from one place to another place one time and just stay where you going. But don't be all that back and forth traveling and just going just to go and you bored. That shit ain't worth your life. If you that damn bored, have a road trip like back in the day. Get you some snacks, get you some goodies, turn you on some tune, and have you a smooth road trip. I don't care if it's 10 hours away. Well, I'm speaking for me. I already didn't really mess with planes, even before 2025. I want the plane tight, the boat tight. You know what I'm saying? Call it what you want to call it, but I just ain't, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather have my own. I want to be the pilot or the captain over my own life. As far as God, he's in control. But at the same time, God can warn you and tell you not to do something, and then when you do it anyway, even though he's in control, he told you not to do it. So in the end times, we in Revelations, it speaks of all this happening, these fires over there in Cali. If you know he talks about this stuff happening, get the hell out. He didn't tell you to stay. I warned you. These planes collapsing, this AI, artificial intelligence, AI, that's the devil. They trying to come and bring these robots in so they can live forever, trying to take their consciousness and upload it in artificial intelligence. It gets deep, but I'm not going to go all the way down that rabbit hole because they will try and flag this video. But I do want to let people know, man, if you ain't really got to go on no airplane, if you just in the mode, you just spending money and want to have some fun, just stay your ass home or drive somewhere. It's done been 6 plane crashes in the last 48 hours. It's done been 250 airplane crashes in the past 30 years, the past 3 decades. We on track this year to have more plane crashes in a year and 6 months than we did in the past 30 years. Let that sink in. Since 2025 started, we already had a plane crash. Not every single day, but every other day. And sometimes multiple plane crashes in one day. In the past 48 hours, we already had 6. 2 in Mexico, 1 in Philadelphia, 1 in DC, 1 in Chicago, and I'm missing one because I'm coming straight out the top. A lot of people, I'm going to keep saying this in every video because I haven't heard nobody talking of it yet, but these are cyber attacks. Back in the day, they used to have 9/11, they used to have attacks, and they had to risk, they used to have to risk their own lives in order to bring down everyone else. Now today, they don't even have to be on the plane. They could have the same technology and the same a smartphone or computer and hack into these systems and cause those planes and those artificial intelligent cars to malfunction, make the engines go out, make them, not be able to read their radars and see what's close to them. Just like in that movie, like we keep bringing it up, you see people talking about it all the time, but it's real life shit. That's what's happening. Like I say though, just be careful, be safe, man. If you ain't gotta be out there in that plane, man, don't just be doing it just to do it. Your life is more important.